All right, guys, we are here with break number 579. So let me bring it up here. Obviously, heading home tomorrow, but for today, still running it out of the hotel. So I figured out all the connection issues we had with the wrestling last night. I figured that out during the wrestling break, but I'm gonna have to tag everybody here through my phone. So give me a second. How's everybody doing this weekend? There is a couple other breaks out. There's a half case of Finest, triple threads. We're actually going to I'm going to get the price list out for that try case as well that a lot of people voted on seeing. And we'll see. I'm going to double check the interest in it because before I even post it, I want to make sure that we do have at least 15 to 20 guys that are interested in it. But I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Assuming the sound and everything is good, it seems to be showing it's good on my closed captioning. So I'm going to assume that it's coming through to you guys as well and that the sound volume is a decent volume. Whoa. I have everybody tagged now. For whatever reason, I didn't get anybody tagged. I apologize. I did put the link to both the videos in there as well. Like I said, I'll take actually a picture. I forgot to do it last night. I'll actually take a picture of how everything's set up after this break. But anyways, we got my Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020, Ben Baller to the card, and we have the case behind us. I'm just going to open the case up since I don't really have an overhead camera, but we'll open it up and I'll just flip it towards me. So you get all 8 boxes out of there. And I'm going to leave the boxes in the background. Normally I put them to the side of the camera, but I'll leave them in the background for now. Empty case. And four and four. Got my man Cal Ripken Jr. here. Like I said, brought Project 2020 Ben Baller to the card. Charm City Edition. Ooh, nice rub on the boxes. Good luck there in the break. Gonna put good old Cal all the way back there. We'll start right to left. Good luck to everybody. Teamless on the left. Obviously, we have like a side camera this time. No actual overhead. Normally it's an overhead, but only do so much on the road. There is one master box, 2 mini boxes per hobby box. The 2 mini boxes, there's 1 autograph in each mini box. There's 2 autographs in master box. There seems to be at least 1 number parallel per mini box. Not guaranteed, but that seems to be what the number is. Well then, the autograph was not in the 4th pack, but a nice autograph. We're going to have Garrett Cole to start us off for the Yankees. Aaron Judge on the Aura of Excellence refractor. Ketel Marte going to the Diamondbacks on the purple. 177 out of 250. The Diamondbacks are Robert Sellers. Del Marte. Sit there, put him in the back row. Brandon Crawford for the Giants, Matt Olson. Jaron Duran, Shane Baz. Finest rookies, Vidal Brujan, Mackenzie Gore, Julio Rodriguez, Luis Robert, Joey Votto on the cornerstone. Nick Allen on the blue, going to the Oakland Athletics, 149 out of 150. One of the A's. Let me see if I can pull up the full screen. There we go. That way I can actually see what it is. Going to Brody Sanders and the A's. So we'll start here on the Marte, and I think Nick Allen's going to be the starting shortstop for the Athletics. I don't know if he's going to be great or not. I don't think the Athletics are going to be very good. The AL West is very, very good division. But as of right now, he is the starter. We have Freddie Freeman, Brandon Marsh, Corbin Burns, Salvador Perez, Joey Votto, MJ Melendez, Jeremy Pena, Corbin Burns on the refractor, Alec Thomas, Jose Miranda, Cedric Mullins, Ronald Acuna Jr., Salvador Perez on the refractor, Vidal Brujan, Trey Turner, and our first autograph is going to be Ivan Rodriguez, Aura of Excellence. 10 out of 25 going to the Texas Rangers. That's going to Samantha Symington. On the big Pudge autograph. Nice hit there. Hall of Famer. I have Miguel Cabrera for the Tigers. Into the second mini box. Nice autograph to start us off. Not sure what pack it was in. I'm just gonna try to figure it out. Well, somebody's about to be $90 richer or $90 in break rate, whatever they want to do, unless I'm blind. I have Bobby Witt Jr., Adrian Beltre. We have Elehoris Montero on the green mini diamonds. There's actually a 125. It's 97 out of 125. This is one of the only green in cards that isn't an out of 99. I mean, an out of 125. I don't quite understand why they did that, but they did it, so it is what it is. Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. Bryson Stott, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, Jimenez on the Topps Finest Cornerstone, Carlos Correa, DeGrom, Javier Baez, Max Scherzer, Jeremy Pena on the refractor. One of the Astros. That thing right there. Just pulling back the video back up to make sure nobody's talking, because if people are talking, it's not coming up on my feed, so it's hard to have a conversation. It looks like nobody's talking. Just double checking. We have Reed Detmers and Wilson Contreras. Seth Beer, Jake Burger, Jake Cronenworth on the refractor, Brian De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis Jr., Trevor Rogers, Andrew McCutchen. And for the Yankees and Greg Yaz, we have the Superfractor Mariano Rivera on the 101. Going to Greg Yaz. Pretty much skunked out on the triple threads. Picks up the Yankees in the finest. And gets a Mariano Rivera 101 Superfractor. Going to the New York Yankees and Greg Yaz. A nice hit there. On the Mariano Rivera. We have Clayton Kershaw, Jose Abreu, Marcus Semien, Brandon Crawford, MJ Melendez on the refractor, Heliot Ramos, and Christian Yelich. That is the first box down. 2 big veteran autographs. Due to limited space on the table here, I'm just going to actually put these in the container I have next to me. That is the cards. Just so you guys know, normally I leave them obviously on the table unless it's like Series 1 and I can't fit them, but yes, Josh, that's a Superfractor. The second box of Mariano Rivera. Personally feel like we waited a little bit too long to get the case filled, but the card gods have rewarded us. We pulled an out of 5 for Tom Scarberry, a Rivera. Last week out of the second case. It was the variation though. It was a finest moments card. It wasn't the actual card. Spencer Torkelson, Andre Dawson, Juan Soto for the Nationals. It'll be 194 out of 250. The Nationals and Nathan Zerant. Nice Soto, put him over to the side. We have Miguel Cabrera, Joey Votto, Matt Chapman, Bo Bichette, Matt Manning on the finest rookies, Alec Thomas, Jose Miranda, Jose Siri, Edward Cabrera, who I think is going to have a fantastic year this year. We got Ryan Mountcastle on the refractor, Yadier Molina, Bryson Stott, Nick Lodolo, George Springer on the Topps finest, and C.J. Abrams of the Padres. Going to Josh King on the True Blue, 83 out of 150. Nice hit there as well. Obviously, he's a National now, part of the Soto trade. Carlos Correa, Jacob deGrom, Bryce Harper, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and we have a McCormick Green Wave, 62 out of 99, going to the Astros and Austin Fishbach. On the Chas McCormick. Nice hit for Austin. Should be the starting right field. It's going to be he's either a starting right fielder or a starting center fielder for them this year. I'm not 100% sure where they're going to put him, but he's in the Astros starting lineup for sure. I think he's going to get the nod at center field if I'm not mistaken. I have Reed Detmers, Wilson Contreras, Matt Manning, Jonathan India, Trevor Story on the refractor, Brian De La Cruz, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Because I think Brantley's gone, right? Which opens up an outfield spot, if I'm not mistaken. There is a half case of Finest up, a full case of Triple Threat that's almost up, a Bowman mixer if you're looking for baseball. If you're looking for football, there is a small mixer up that's almost halfway filled. Basketball, there's a basketball mixer that's up that I think has like 26 of the 30 teams left. Try to see if we could do a 30-team basketball. I didn't think it would get filled or even really close to filled. I figured I'd post to kind of see where we're at. But that's there as well if you're a fan of basketball. I mean, if you're not, you're not. We have Ryan Velarde, Juan Soto. We have a Rafael Devers on the orange to the Red Sox. 17 out of 25. That's going to Josh Webb and the Red Sox. Nice hit there. Just obviously signed long term with the Sox. Clayton Kershaw, Jose Abreu, Ryan Mountcastle, Shohei Ohtani, Miguel Cabrera in the Cornerstones, Heliot Ramos, Christian Yelich, George Kirby, Trevor Story, George Kirby again on the refractor. What I was actually gonna do, Josh, is I was going to order a case of 2021 draft on Monday, and then I was gonna post a half case of 2021 draft with a half case of 2022 draft, with the option to ×2 it for the entire case of each. Juan Soto, Kevin Smith, Corey Seager, Montero. We got Bobby Witt Jr. on the green lava, but I can always take a poll if you guys just want to do a case of 2022 draft. I'm waiting for that Bowman mixer to fill up first. But I figured the 2021 draft with the 2022 draft might entice more people. It seems like with the 2022 draft lately, we haven't been taking a while to fill, so trying to think of something a little bit different and unique to do. Yeah, Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Giancarlo Stanton, Randy Arozarena. And behind him, we have a Matt Vierling autograph going to Mike McGarity and the Philadelphia Phillies. The boxes are actually roughly, I mean, if you're looking at a full case, they're going to be roughly the same. They're just going to be more, there's not going to be any of those low, like there's some of the, like for instance, the Diamondbacks have Lawler in 21, but they don't really, I mean, I guess they have Melendez in 2022, but they don't have anything, they don't have like Drew Jones, Jose Ramirez, Yordan Alvarez, Wander Franco, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Montero, Josiah Gray, and Mike Trout. Like, unless the prices have drastically went up for a 2021 draft, it's really not pretty much around the same price as 2022 draft. And I'll double check, but I didn't think it was a much price difference. Into box number 3 here. Like I said, I'll double check that. I was gonna I can double check the prices tonight as long as they don't change Monday, which they shouldn't. Javier Baez, Carl Yastrzemski, Max Scherzer for the Mets on the green lava. See, Bowman draft, unless it's sold out on Monday, at least I can get some of that from Peach State. Before, it was hard to find 2022 draft anywhere. Max Scherzer here. 97 out of 99 going to the Mets and Nathan Zoran. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Mookie Betts, Seth Beer, because they didn't give it to they gave it to distributors, but they didn't give a lot of it to distributors to start, so there was nowhere for me personally to buy it other than DealerNet. Dealing with people on DealerNet is just not fun in itself. We got Jake Berger, Walker Buehler, Stephen Kwan, Francisco Lindor, Trevor Rogers, Andrew McCutchen, Christian Yelich on the refractor, Robbie Ray, Steven Strasburg, Spencer Torkelson, Marcus Semien. Got Charlie Blackmon for the Rockies. It's going to be at 48 out of 199. It's a lot of like older guys that want to still deal with like paper checks or like wire transfers up front without getting the product. Like it's wild. Nah, so what it was is it was the first product where GTS didn't get any allocation from Topps. It was Jose Altuve, Aaron Judge, Matt Chapman, Bo Bichette. You have a Jackson Kowar for the Royals, 17 out of 99. On Chris Berardi, who it seems like every break he gets in, he at least hits something. And obviously, he's looking for Witt Jr., but Jackson Kowar is not a bad consolation. Should be a guy that squeaks into the starting rotation this year, unless there's a pitcher that comes up that I'm not thinking of for the Royals, which is a possibility. I don't follow the Royals too much. We got Joe Ryan, Xander Bogaerts, Edward Cabrera, J.D. Martinez, Elliot Ramos on the refractor, Royce Lewis, and Gavin Sheets. Like, he even took, what's his name, from Blowout Cards to get his 100 cases to do his little player thing. Also, there's a group, Flying Eagle, tried to run a 100-case break, and he couldn't find the cases of cards. So he couldn't get enough cases of cards to run the break. Even if he would have, I don't think he had enough serious interest, but even if he did, I don't think he would have had enough. I don't think he would have been able to get the 100 cases of cards. Topps in general this year for Bowman Draft actually allocated Bowman Draft at a much higher price than they normally do too. So a lot of shops didn't want to get rid of it for a decent price either when they can't even move it. Like one of the shops local, one of the ones in Baltimore, he wouldn't sell me a case of it, but he still had 3.5 cases in the back that he couldn't move. So I don't understand. We got Cedric Mullins. It's like the weirdest thing. Ozzy Albies. Suzuki on, nice hit for the Cubs here. Suzuki on the multicolored blue. $162 out of $250. Going to the Cubs and Eric Baloo. Have Juan Soto, Kevin Smith, Salvador Perez, Luis Robert, Shane Baz. Finest rookies, Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Jeremy Pena, Corbin Burns, Jose Abreu, Jose Ramirez, Yordan Alvarez, MJ Melendez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the finest, and Nick Lodolo for the Reds. It's going to be 28 out of 300. Going to the Reds. We have Josiah Gray, Mike Trout, Paul Goldschmidt, Bobby Witt Jr., and we got a Connor Wong for the Red Sox and Josh Webb. Nice hit on the Wong. For Nick Allen in the back row there. We got O'Neal Cruz, Josh Lowe, Max Scherzer, Manny Machado, Clayton Kershaw, Bieber, and Ketel Marte. Right back. Let me go grab a couple. These are 55 points. I don't know why I just grabbed a couple before. You think the 2022 draft class has bigger potential than the 2021 draft class? I mean, maybe bigger hobby potential. I think that the 2020, I don't think you're going to find a draft class that's better than the 2021. I guess the 2020 draft class might be better than the 2021 draft class, but the 2021 draft class is pretty deep. In all honesty, if you're looking at the guys that are in that draft, it's one of the deeper draft classes I think you're going to find um, overall in just the players. I mean, I don't know if Marcelo Mayer ends up fully panning out, but there's no longer a logjam of Bogarts being there for however long. I think the Pirates in general, you got Lonnie White Jr., who was like a 4th-round draft pick, who actually shot up their organization's pipeline. You have Bubba Chandler, who's in the top 10 there. Henry Davis. That's just the Pirates alone. You have a guy like Alex Benelis. Benelis was in there, right? He was in the Brewers uniform, but he's in the Red Sox organization, and he shot up. CES is doing really well. Obviously, you have guys like Lawler, Marcelo Mayer. I think Henry Davis is probably the real deal. Now, Henry Davis isn't great for the hobby, but Henry Davis is still should be the Pirates catcher long term if he can figure if he hits halfway decent in the majors. I actually personally thought that 2022 is a little bit top heavy compared to 2021. Roansy Contreras, Jarren Duran on the Aura of Greatness, Corbin Burns on the multicolored blue. Yeah, Harry Ford too, 13 out of 250. But what's his name's in there too? The guy that plays third base for the Mariners, wasn't he drafted last year too? That shot up their rankings. I can't think of his. I cannot remember his name right now. Jose Ramirez, Jordan Alvarez, Rafael Devers, Ozzy Albies. We're gonna have Jacob deGrom on this black and gold, which I believe we determined are the case hits, right? On the side. You got for the Brewers, you have Sal Frelick, who I think is up there. Colton Cowser's in the top 100. Josiah Gray, Mike Trout, Cabrian Hayes, Blackman, Cabrian Hayes on the refractor, O'Neill Cruz, Josh Lowe, Suzuki, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Jacob deGrom for the Mets. 71 out of 150. Shane Bieber, Ketel Marte, CJ Abrams, Nick Allen, and we have a Jesse Winker. 15 out of 25, orange wave going to the Reds, and Brent Metz on the Jesse Winker. This is one of the things about Finance coming out so late that's a little disappointing. Obviously, Winker is a Mariner all year. He was a long-term Reds outfielder. Still a nice out of 25 hit. Winker has a lot of power. Kind of was a fan favorite with the Reds, but this is one of the downsides of Finance coming out so late is you end up with an autograph with a guy that didn't really even play with that team all year. But nonetheless, sick hit to Brent Metz on the out of 25. This case has had some really nice color to it so far. You have Jazz Chisholm Jr., Mookie Betts, Chris Bryant. Oh, there's Connor Norby's in there for the Orioles as well. George Springer, Suzuki on the refractor, Kwan, and Lindor. I just think 21 super deep. Now I don't think that the card prices for 21 went way up in the sense of I don't think the boxes have gone up yet. That's why I want to double check the price. I just in my head figured that it would have a better chance of being close to snap filling with the extra teams because I know like where the Red Sox struggle a little bit to fill in 2021 or in 2022, like someone's grabbing the Red Sox right away for a Marcelo Mayer chase, right? So where the Orioles aren't well the Orioles are, so I guess the Orioles would be really really expensive, but I'm sure you guys will still be trying to play Donkey Kong on your keyboards to see who can get the Orioles the fastest. So, but other than that, I think the teams get spread out a little bit better. Honestly, with the Harry Ford, my biggest issue, I mean, he's a catcher. I mean, it sucks, but until they try to move him either to first base or the outfield, and that's where he ends up going. If he stays at catcher, he's just not going to sell super well. Garrett Cole, Ivan Rodriguez, Jose Ramirez on the green mini diamonds, which is stupid. I don't understand why catchers don't sell, but 56 out of 175. Going to the Guardians. And the Guardians belong to Austin Fishbach. We got Robbie Ray, Strasburg, Jarren Duran, Shane Baz, Walker Buehler, Jose Altuve, Aaron Judge, Cedric Mullins, Ronald Acuna Jr., Nick Allen on the refractor, Joe Ryan, Xander Bogaerts, Salvador Perez, and Luis Robert. We have Jake Cronenworth, Royce Lewis, Gavin Sheets, Jeremy Pena, Corbin Burns. We have Austin Meadow for the Rays going to Chris Arndt. I mean, I personally collect catchers and third basemen, neither of which resell for a great price, but I'm not a huge Harry Ford fan, so I don't have interest in the card, but it is a big hit. We have Austin Meadows on the Rays. I think when the season comes around, man, you'll have a better time trying to sell them. We got Byron Buxton, Hunter Green, MJ Melendez, JD Martinez, CJ Abrams on the refractor, Brandon Crawford, and Matt Olson. Because I do think he's going to end up being up into probably Double-A by the end of the year this year. And if he gets up there, I think he'll get people pushing to get the card some more. Box number 5. Some nice color in that box. Not the best autograph per se. Let's get something nasty. Replace Vierling in that front row. Yeah, you really just have to be patient sometimes with baseball. Brian Hayes, Ivan Rodriguez, Behind him, we got a Paul Goldschmidt on the green mini diamonds. Going to be 30 out of 125. One of the Cardinals and Austin Fishbach. Austin might not be cleaning up on the autographs here, but he's cleaning up on the parallels. Nice hit for Austin. The MVP in the National League. We got Yadier Molina, Bryson Stott, Nick Allen, Suzuki, George Springer on the finest, Carlos Correa, DeGrom, Springer, CJ Abrams. We got Seth Beer on the refractor. Reed Detmers, Wilson Contreras, Garrett Cole, and Chris Bryant. There has not been any big Mariners. We have Brandon Belt, Brian De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jarren Duran, Shane Baz, and we have Tony Centellion for the Reds going to Brent Mentz. And the Reds. Clayton Kershaw, Jose Abreu, Ronald Acuna Jr., Miguel Cabrera, De La Cruz on the refractor, Ramos, and Yelich. Into the second mini box here. George Kirby, Jarren Duran on the Aura of Greatness, Jake Burger on the True Purple going to the White Sox, and Robbie Coleman. White Sox have a huge checklist in this. It's going to be a 71 out of 250. Brandon Crawford, Matt Olson, Corey Seager, Montero, Roger Maris in the 1961 die cut insert. We have Mackenzie Gore, Julio Rodriguez. Is the sound not good for anybody else? Doesn't say. I'll turn this on. No, the sound's working. I would make sure you don't have it muted, Abner. We have Stanton. Hold on. Okay. Just making sure. We got Randy Arozarena, Javier Baez, Vidal Brujan, Trey Turner, Wander Franco, Salvador Perez, and we have a Luis Robert on the White Sox. It's going to be a 246 out of 300 on the White Sox. Freddie Freeman, Brandon Marsh, Ozzie Albies, Roansy Contreras. We got a Joe Carter. I was just talking about this too. A different breaker about how the finest checklist, they did really well this year, I thought, with veterans. Where there's not too many veterans where you're like, oh, that guy's not a guy that somebody that's a fan of the team would like to collect, a.k.a. Joe Carter. Going to Gabriel Quesada and the Blue Jays. Joe Carter is maybe not the, oh my God, like he pops off where you're like, oh, I love me some Joe Carter. Like Joe Carter's going to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even when his cards become vintage, but he's a guy that for the Blue Jays fan base is a guy that they like to collect because of the whole World Series in the early 90s. So from that aspect, he's a very collectible card, and I think they did a really good job in finance this year with that in particular situation. So there seem to be too many legends in finance this year. That's just like guys you don't. If you are picking a team because you want to collect a team, that you're like, oh man, why did I get that guy? We have Miguel Cabrera, Joey Votto, Charlie Blackmon, Rafael Devers, Jake Berger on the refractor, Alec Thomas, and Jose Miranda. I can't think of a guy off the top of my head that would fit that category, unfortunately. But I'll just say, I'm sure you guys can think of somebody off the top of your head that you're like, why? Um, Other than it being because it was supposed to be an early release, some of the guys being in jerseys they haven't played in all year. Which, like I said, is a little bit of a downside when we see the Jesse Winker autograph. There's no veterans that are in like random ass jerseys either, like Carlton Fisk in a where he's and in anybody's head, Carlton Fisk is a Red Sox, but he's in a White Sox jersey. And when I can remember what product it was, it might be museum collection. He's like that or a tribute. There's none of that stuff either in the finest, so that's always nice. Box number 6. That's it. Will Clark in an O's jersey. I think that's the whole premise, though, those archival autographs, is they're supposed to be, like, random, I think. I don't know if that's supposed to 100% be the premise of it or not, but that seems to be what they do. Ryan Velarde, Walker Buehler on the Aura of Excellence, Joey Votto on the blue tie-dye, one of the Reds, and Brent Mentz. Got Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Ryan Mountcastle, Shohei Ohtani, 2001 Salvador Perez on the die cut. Jose Ramirez, Jordan Alvarez, George Kirby, Trevor Story, Jarren Duran on the refractor, Gray, and Mike Trout. We have Montero, Shohei Ohtani in the cornerstone. Another Goldschmidt on the sky blue, 272 out of 300. Cardinals and Austin Fishbach. O'Neal Cruz, Josh Lowe, Randy Arozarena, Corey Seager, Tyler Megill for the Mets. Nathan Zerant. You got Bieber, Marte, Wander Franco, Stanton, Ronald Acuna Jr. on the refractor, Chisholm Jr. and Mookie Betts. I mean, that one didn't even make. I don't know. Yeah. For the type of card it was, it didn't make sense, but that's also Panini and National Treasure, which I still have a case of NT. Probably going to put it in some mixers, some value mixers. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why there's an issue. I mean, I'm never even using Steve Carlton again for a picture either. It seems like y'all didn't like him for the picture for finest. You're like, who the hell's this Steve Carlton guy? I'm not getting this break. Let's see, we got Roansy Contreras, Ken Griffey Jr. On the Refractor Aura of Excellence, we have Roansy Contreras for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Going to Kyle Wellman on the 1 out of 50. Rose Gold Mini Diamonds. We got Stephen Kwan, Francisco Lindor, Rafael Devers, Ozzie Albies, Tim Anderson, Robbie Ray, Strasburg, Brian Hayes, Charlie Blackmon, Cedric Mullins, Jose Altuve, Aaron Judge, Nick Allen, Suzuki. Behind Suzuki, we got Bo Bichette on the Teal Shimmer, 159 out of 175, going to the Blue Jays and Gabe. We have Joe Ryan, Xander Bogaerts, George Springer, C.J. Abrams, Riley Adams going to the Nationals. 30 out of 99 on the green wave. Nathan Zoran. Nationals. Royce Lewis, Gavin Sheets, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman, Luis Robert, Buxton, or Hunter Green. Yeah, this last half case I used Hideki Matsui. See if that works. In the box number 7 here. Mini box number 1 of that master. Bobby Witt Jr., Ozzie Smith, Aura of Excellence. Bryson Stott for the Phillies on the purple. One of Mike McGarity. Being 11 out of 250. Speak of the Devil just joined. Got Mackenzie Gore, Julio Rodriguez, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt, Nick Lodolo. Finest rookies: Brujan, Trey Turner, Javier Baez, Max Scherzer, George Springer on the Refractor, Freddie Freeman, Brandon Marsh, Jake Burger, Nolan Arenado, and a Shane Bieber Sky Blue. 254 out of 300. For the Phillies, there's a Matt Vierling. Overall, there's a Mariano Rivera Superfractor, Ivan Rodriguez out of 25 Aura of Excellence. So I'd say there's some pretty big hits. We have Miguel Cabrera, Joey Votto, Andrew McCutchen, Seth Beer. We got a Finest Rookies Cal Raleigh, not the Julio that Gabe's looking for, but a 64 out of 150 Finest Rookies. Cal Raleigh going to the Mariners. It's the autograph. Let's see. Put my hands out of the way. You have Alec Thomas, Jose Miranda, Marcus Semien, Trevor Rogers, Chris Bryant, Yadier Molina, Bryson Stott, Cal Raleigh's really like having a couple good years of hitting away from being like a big talk about a top 5 catcher because defensively he's dirty. Yeah, he had a rough go in that triple threads, the first inner case for the Yankees. I don't think he even hit a memorabilia for the Yankees. I think he had a couple parallels. Let's see, the Mariners and the triple threads have been... Okay, that's a lie because we get the 101 Julio. But after we get the 101 Julio base, I was going to say, it's been like the Sahara Desert over there. And then Gabe's been getting beat up a little bit in Finest. But normally, Cal Raleigh at least wants to rear his ugly head, or George Kirby, somebody. But got Spencer Torkelson, Carl Yastrzemski, Aura of Excellence, Ketel Marte on the True Green going to the Diamondbacks. And Robert Sellers, 20 out of 99. Carlos Correa, Jacob deGrom, Matt Chapman, Bo Bichette, Jose Ramirez, Reed Detmers, Wilson Contreras, Jose Siri, Edward Cabrera, Garrett Cole, Brian De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Nick Lodolo, Miguel Cabrera on the Tigers, teal. Yeah, Pudge out of 25 on the Aura of Excellence. That is Pudge, correct. There is also an orange Jesse Winker in a Reds jersey, 160 out of 199. Miggy going to the Tigers, and I believe that's Brent Mentz as well. Clayton Kershaw and Jose Abreu. Jonathan India, Bryce Harper, and we have for the Guardians, Eli Morgan. One of the Guardians and Austin Fishbach. Heliot Ramos, Christian Yelich, Matt Manning, Pete Alonso, Topps Finest, Shane Baz, Juan Soto, and Kevin Smith. That is box number 7. Anything that fills before midnight tonight, I'll run it. Or if you guys are going to fill something to fill a little bit earlier, so we're not trying to break it. Oh, dark 30, but I know that's only reserved for morning time, but that's exactly when we break it. Will be morning time. Only because I'm going to try to keep on top of payments, but as you've seen last night with this break, which actually I'm happy. I'm kind of happy now with the Mariano Rivera Super that we broke it now rather than at nighttime. It would have been me, myself, and I breaking the Mariano Rivera. No one to even see it live. So, got Charlie Blackmon, Jose Ramirez, Mackenzie Gore. And that's going to be a 10 out of 75 on the Rose Gold. One of the Padres. And Josh King. Essentially all the Nationals players now. We got Mackenzie Gore. We have Julio Rodriguez. It's actually your third or fourth base Julio, Gabe. I know that's not what you're looking for necessarily, but Nick Allen, Suzuki, Brian Hayes, Vidal Brujan, Trey Turner, George Springer, C.J. Abrams, Salvador Perez, Freddie Freeman, Brandon Marsh, Brian Hayes, and Rafael Devers. But I would assume the base is at least a few bucks. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the Shimmer, 60 out of 175. I mean, he's not Brock Purdy. Let's go into the Blue Jays and Gabe. Miguel Cabrera, Joey Votto, Shane Baz, Garrett Cole. It's another Tyler Meagle. One of the Mets. And Nathan Zoran, which I'm sure Nathan Zoran will appreciate them, but I'd like to see just personally as a, not only as a collector, but as a breaker, to see a little bit of variety in the autographs. We have Alec Thomas, Jose Miranda, Acuna Jr., Jarren Duran, Corbin Burns on the refractor, Yadier Molina, and Bryson Stott. Chris, were you watching the other night when we pulled a Wander Franco autograph for you? I can't remember if it's a break I've already sorted and sent out or not. If not, it's already sorted. Maybe it might be one of the ones I have to sort as soon as I get back tomorrow. But it's like 2 breaks I still have to sort before I do some more. Look, you'll take Miguel autographs just like Austin will take Max Kepler autographs, and you guys will like it. All right? I hear no back talk from you guys. Yeah, I know that was the other night. I don't know. I didn't know if you were in the stream or not. That's what I was asking. Some people don't go, oh no, I know you want another one. I'm not saying you don't want another one. I'm saying I didn't know if you were in the stream the other night when you did get one. And I don't know if you went back and watched the video because we haven't had a chance to talk in a couple days. That's all. We got Cedric Mullins, Dustin Pedroia, Mookie Betts on the Dodgers, on the blue tie-dye. $55 out of 250. Are you asking how much is a box of 2022 draft? For me to open the case that I have without, I mean, I'll let you know how much it is, Josh. I'll send you a DM. Because I got to go look and see how much it is from Peach State. So 55 out of 250. And bets to the Dodgers. We got the Dodgers. BJ. We have Carlos Correa, Jacob deGrom, Salvador Perez, Luis Robert, Jacob deGrom, Reed Detmers, Wilson Contreras, Jeremy Pena, Corbin Burns, Jeremy Pena on the refractor. My first goal, or the first goal next week, is to get the Charm City points all the way caught up. We have Brian De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis Jr., Bobby Witt Jr., MJ Melendez, and Cabrian Hayes in the purple, which should be 193 out of 250. All the way caught up, like I said, hopefully middle of the week. I'm only about 25 breaks behind now, so should be easily caught up by middle of the week. And then I'm going to start finishing the website. It'll probably look like a hot bag of ass, but compared to how professional I want it actually done. But to at least get something up for the meantime so you guys can see prices of things, that'll be helpful. We got Clayton Kershaw, Jose Abreu, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt. Nice Pirates hit here. Bill Mazeroski on the finest moments. Good old Maz. Probably shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame if I'm being honest. Going to Kyle Wellman. Couldn't go to a worse fan. No, I'm joking. Just busting Kyle's balls. Hopefully Joe Burrow stubs his toe pregame so you don't need to listen to Kyle worship him in future breaks. We got Bill Mazeroski here for the Pirates. The Reds fan, you'll probably burn this on camera and send it to us. Say nice hit here, though. I was going to say, part of one of the biggest moments in baseball history, the walk-off of the Yankees in the 1960 World Series. If you don't know, you should learn. Let's see, but actually, I don't even think Bill Mazeroski should have been the MVP. of the World Series. It should have actually been the guy that batted before him. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he had a much better World Series. We got Heliot Ramos, Christian Yelich, Max Scherzer, Mookie Betts, MJ Melendez, Juan Soto, and Kevin Smith. And that's going to be the break, boys. Congratulations, everybody. Whoever who didn't, better luck next time. Let me clear this off. We'll go over the parallels, which Finest this year is loaded with color. I do like that. I don't know how much of it they actually printed. If it's just like huge print run, that's why there's so much color. But there seems to be way more color than there was last year, which honestly, when people complain about print runs and too much color and this and that, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, base card print runs, sure. Look, man, that's cool, but there's no way I can ever wish success for Joe Burrow. I have put his cards too. I'd rather eat the loss than have to listen to Bengals fans talk about how good the Bengals are. We have C.J. Abrams out of 150, Cabrian Hayes out of 250. Mookie Betts going to be, I think these are out of what, 250 as well? Means the purple is out of, oh, these are both out of 250. All right then. We're going to have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out of 175, Mackenzie Gore out of 75, Miguel Cabrera on the teal, Ketel Marte on the green, Shane Bieber on the sky blue, purple Bryson Stott. We have the teal shimmer Bo Bichette. We have the rose gold mini diamonds Contreras and Paul Goldschmidt on the sky blue. 2021 die cut Salvador Perez. We're going to have Joey Votto on the tie-dye blue, Montero on the green mini diamonds, Robert on the sky blue, Maris on the die cut, Jake Berger on the purple, Goldschmidt on the green mini diamonds, Ramirez on the green mini diamonds, Marte on the purple. We're going to have Jacob deGrom on the blue, Jacob deGrom once again on the short print, the black with the gold veins running through it. Nah, Greg, you didn't hit anything. I was going to say, we have Corbin Burns, Nick Allen, Nick Lodolo on the sky blue, Suzuki on the tie-dye, Charlie Blackmon on the teal, Matt Scherzer on the green lava, Rafael Devers on the orange, and Juan Soto on the multicolored tie-dye. Then we're going to have Tyler Megill autograph, Eli Morgan. No, you didn't get skunked. Just wait a second. The best part is I'm blocking with my right hand so he can't even see the card. It's going to be great. We have Eli Morgan, Connor Wong, Matt Vierling, Tyler Megill, Tony Santillan, and Austin Meadows. I was going to say, let's get the back row here. There is one guy that's on an autograph in the back row. It's Bobby Witt Jr. I was going to say, we have Joe Carter for the Blue Jays, Bobby Witt Jr. on the green lava out of 99, Cal Raleigh on the 54 out of 150. Going to the Mariners and Gabe Quesada. Bill Mazeroski for the Pirates and the Kyle Wellman. Jackson Kowar on the green going to the Royals. Then we're going to have Jesse Winker on the orange wave going to the Reds and Brent Mentz. Riley Adams to the Nationals going to Nathan Zoran on the 10 out of 99, I believe. McCormick going to the Astros, 62 out of 99 on the green wave. We're going to have Ivan Rodriguez. It's going to be 10 out of 25 going to Sam, which is a big hit. I thought when I first pulled this card, it was going to be the biggest hit of the break. And then we have by far the biggest hit of the break. It's going to be Mariano Rivera, 101 Superfractor going to Greg Yaz and the New York Yankees. I don't think you skunked, buddy. I was going to say, the Superfractor Mariano Rivera, congratulations there. Also, let me know how you want to handle the 101 bounty. For everybody that hit, congratulations. For everybody that didn't, you guys have better luck next time. Everybody have a good day. Hopefully we can fill some of these other breaks up so we can break them. I appreciate each and every one of you as always. If you need anything from me, let me know. Hopefully we'll see each other later. You guys,